Tonight on Noelsy's Outdoors, we're going to go from camping with one of these to camping like this. Stay tuned and I'll show you how. On this episode of Noelsy's Outdoors, we're going to be fitting LED camp lights to our XTM 270 degree batwing awning. So the LED lighting kit we're going to be using on this install is going to be the XTM 10 bar lighting kit. Now, it's got a wireless remote, it's got IP68 water resistance rating, it's 260 lumens per meter in white mode, so that's pretty cool as well. It's RGB, and to top it all off, it suits 12 volt and 240 volt applications. So it's a pretty universal kit for just about any job. So here's all the stuff the kit comes with, team. It comes with the 10 LED strips along with 2 extension cables for the strips. It comes with alligator clip for cigarette socket plug, a Y splitter cable for the LED strips, end caps for waterproofing the LED strips, the cigarette socket adapter here, and the wireless receiver and remote. The interesting thing it comes with, obviously, is a 240 volt adapter for some reason. I guess maybe it's for, internal installs, like maybe in patios and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know. The weird thing it also came with is a carry bag, but I guess maybe for portable installations, like if you don't stick it down or anything like that, you can bag it back up again and use it as camp lights if you want. Now, the one thing it didn't come with that I'm pretty disappointed it didn't come with is actual cable ties, but I had a few of them floating around, so we'll be using those in this installation. The stuff that I'm not going to be using in this installation in particular, that I'm going to hang on to because they're kind of handy, is this, the wall plug 240 volt adapter, and probably one of these extension cables here. The rest of the stuff here is what I'm going to actually use for the installation. So I've just drawn up a little bit of a diagram of how I'm going to thread this stuff together. Now, the way that these all assemble is they just have these little waterproof threaded end connectors. So what they do is basically what happens is you just connect that together like so, and then you literally just thread that together onto that. So it's really, really easy to assemble and make it a watertight seal. Obviously at the very end of each, there's obviously another plug, and then basically that just plugs onto there. But the way I'm going to go about it is from our cigarette socket, we're going to have our cigarette plug here, then our wireless receiver into a Y splitter. Now from that Y splitter, we're going to have 3 bars of LEDs and then an end cap. Then from the other side of the Y splitter, we're going to have 3 bars of LEDs, this extension cable here, and that's going to wrap backwards to the Y splitter all the way over to here to get another strip of 3 and an end cap. That way I have 3 bars of the awning have LED strips on them to produce the most amount of even brightness. So yeah, I think that's going to be the easiest way to set this up. Now obviously in your application you're probably going to want to do it different. You might have a 2-beam awning, so you'll need 2 extensions and then just the 1 Y splitter, but I've obviously got 3 beams I want to throw it onto, so this is the best way that I could work out doing it for my installation. Now I've just finished assembling my LED harness here, and I know it looks like a bit of a rat's nest, but I mean it makes sense to me, so that's all sweet. The next step in our task is to set up our awning so that we can attach these to the awning poles. So the lighting kit we've chosen today, team, we're going to be fitting up to our 270 degree batwing awning from XTM. It's quite a large awning by comparison to most of the market, but the lighting kit we've chosen should be suitable for just about any awning you can think of. Really, it's just up to a bit of creativity as to how to set it up. Alright, so we just finished setting up the awning, and as you can see, it's got 1, 2, 3 awning arms. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have the Y splitter floating around here so the cable can run through this open window when I'm at camp. I'm going to have 1 beam of LEDs just here, 1 beam of LEDs just there. A extension strip will come backwards, and then it'll go up to an extra beam of LEDs just there. So that's the plan. I'm just going to take the beams of them, and then they've got double-sided tape, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zip tie the actual pieces there because I don't trust the double-sided tape to ever just fall off. So I think the zip ties will be there. Plus, if I ever choose to, I could remove it without using the double-sided tape. So because zip ties can just be cut. So yeah, we'll move on to actually fitting them individually, and then we'll see how we go with it. Alright, so just to show you what I've sort of done to fit these to the beams, the poles, I've gotten the LED strips, and as you can see, starting from the Y splitter that goes into the window here, it goes along that beam over there as 1 beam, and then up this middle beam here, it'll go all the way along with 3 arms, and then there's a cable that runs all the way back, loops just here with a little bit of excess, and then comes all the way along as 1, 2, 3 LED strips here. So that way it'll print off the most light out of the back of the car. Then what it does is inside the car through the window here, it just comes into its little receiver just there, then wraps around the back and over the top, like I've got it plugged into a cigarette socket plug there. Then what that means is now, moment of truth with our remote here, should be able to just, yeah, currently it's set to red, but I can set it to whatever color I want. White, there you go, maybe blue, and I can even be RGB mode. Because again, these are meant to be rock lights for like going under your car, but I've used them for camp lights instead. But I think they'll stick on white, maybe orange when there's lots of bugs or whatever, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, white, and then you can adjust the brightness and stuff too with the remote. So all in all, I think they're pretty cool. I'm going to wrap them up now and see how well they fit back into the awning cover. Theoretically, they should be sweet because they're all pretty slim, but yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. So I've just finished rolling up the awning now, and by the look of it, as I come to the hinges at the back, this is the part I was most stressed about, whether or not it would actually work. By the look of it though, the way I've set it up means that none of these get pinched by any of the hinges here. So the good news is like it doesn't seem that would have any problem coming in and coming out and all that sort of stuff there, and obviously I'll be checking on it as time goes on. So yeah, I think all in all it's a pretty decent success. When I have some spare time, I might set it up and see how it goes in the dark. But yeah, no, that's so far it. I'll just zip it all up from there and then go from there. So as you can see, the awning ended up zipping up perfectly okay. So yeah, I think all in all, so far it's been a decent success. We haven't had any real world opportunity to sort of test it out with camping as of yet, but that's not too far away, so stay tuned and we'll catch you next time. Thanks again for watching another video. While this is only a short one, it just shows that it doesn't take a lot of skill or money to make your four-wheel drive your own. If you have any cool ideas, leave them in the comments. I read and reply to every single one. So thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.